Now, how many of you guys have heard this before? You go to a hitting lesson or you've seen someone online, they're talking about, hey, look, this is the impact position we want to be. This is where we actually want to hit the ball. We want this back arm bent. We want to be at a 90-degree angle. This is strong. We want the elbows tucked in real close to the body. We want to make sure that we're in this strong position. And then they put you in this position and they actually start pushing on the bat. And they push on the bat and you can hold them and you're really in a really nice, strong position. And then they say, okay, well, go out here, extend your arms, now try to hold me. And then they push the bat right past you. Well, it's pretty obvious. Obviously, we want to be strong, right? We want to be in a strong hitting position. We want to hit the ball. We want to be a strong hitter. Well, guys, this could not be further from the truth. We're going to show you exactly why that's such a big myth and why we need to stop thinking that impact is a bent, tight into the body position. And I'm going to show you exactly why in today's lesson. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, guys, we got a lot of great content coming out this year, and if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's the only way you can get notified when we come out with new content. And make sure you hit that like button. That really helps us grow the channel. And if you guys have any questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. Leave them in the comment section below. Now, guys, I have given thousands and thousands of lessons at this point, and just by default, I've seen other lessons given. I've gotten lessons myself. This is where this is coming from. And the thing is I'm not arguing that this is a strong position, that if the arm is bent and we've got the bat in a 90-degree angle. I'm not arguing that we aren't strong here. But when we're talking about hitting, we're talking about a completely different animal of strength, because we also need speed when we're hitting. So the fact that we are in a strong impact position here doesn't mean we're going to hit the ball hard. The whole goal and everything that we build the Pro Speed Baseball hitting system around is around the three simple things. We want to make sure that we can have maximum bat speed, that we can hit this ball as solid as we possibly can on the sweet spot, and then thirdly, but most importantly, that we can repeat it and do it consistently. Those are the three main things we need to do. We need maximum bat speed, solidity of contact, and consistency. So if we're trying to get maximum bat speed and we're trying to get to a strong impact position where we're strong, well, here's the deal, guys. If we're in a strong position, we haven't used our strength yet. It's literally the same thing as doing a push-up. If I'm down on, let's just say I'm down on the ground at this point and my arms are back, I'm in a strong position. I have a lot of strength to use to push up at this point. But I haven't used any of my strength. I'm not going anywhere. I haven't used any speed. I'm in a strong position, but I haven't used any of it yet. So what that simply means, guys, is if we try to get to an impact position that's strong, okay, we are strong at impact, but we haven't used any of that strength yet. None of it has been let go. None of it has been released. This is why we talk about in the Pro Speed Baseball hitting system, the straight arm release, meaning we want to let go of this bat. We want to release the bat. We want to have a ton of speed. We want to, when the bat actually impacts the ball, we want to have used that strength. We want to have let that strength go into impact. It is literally the same thing as throwing. Every pitching instructor or anybody who's ever pitched will never tell you that the release in pitching is when the arm is bent. The release is out in front when the ball is let go out of the pitcher's hand. So from the side, if I'm pitching, this is not the release. I'm in a strong position. If you were to come push against my arm right now, I could have some good strength to push against you. But if I go to where I actually want to let go of the ball, you could push me all day. I have no strength here because I have used my strength into releasing the ball. The release in throwing is very close to and very similar to the release in hitting. I want to release this bat into the ball so that I can get all of my speed into it. I want to have used my strength by the time we're getting into impact. So guys, simply what we need to understand is we need to understand where impact is, and impact is not in a strong position. It is in a position where we have used the strength. So it's essentially what we need to do is we always build the swing around impact, where we actually want to hit the ball. So if I'm working on the tee and I know I want to get into a strong impact position, which we know we don't want to do at this point, well, I'm going to stand very close to the tee so that I can get into this strong position. Now, if I know that I want to use my strength and my speed to hit this ball, well, I know I can't stand this close to the tee anymore, so I'm going to get a little bit further away, and I'm going to practice getting this bat to release so I can get my speed into the ball. So we want this bat moving fast. We have to release the bat. So in order to do so, we need to know that impact is in a much different spot than if we are trying to impact the ball in this quote-unquote strong position. So guys, let's make sure we understand what our goals are. We want this bat moving fast. If we are in a strong position at impact, the strong position, we haven't used our speed yet. We haven't let everything go. So the best way to work on it is like we just showed you on the tee, making sure that this tee, if we're from the face-on view, is far enough in front of you so that you can allow this bat to release versus being in real deep behind the back foot and tight, and making sure that the tee is far enough away from you so that you can allow this bat to release versus being too close to you and being in tight. Now that's where we start. Now after we get the tee position where we want it and we can start grooving where we want to hit it, we can start learning our impact positions. And when we start hitting front toss, side toss, batting practice, and everything in the cage, we can start saying, okay, I know I don't want to hit this ball deep in my stance because I'm not allowing myself to use my speed. I'm going to start hitting the ball more out in front of me relative to the pitch location. And a great way to do that, guys, is just understanding that we want to hit this ball pretty much as far out in front as we possibly can while still hitting it off the sweet spot. Now, what is this going to look like on camera when we're looking at it in slow motion? Because I'm sure a lot of you guys out there, well, I've seen a million major league swings and all their elbows are bent at impact. Well, that's actually how it works. There's a lot of physics at play. There's a lot of speed and weight in the bat and that kind of stuff. But the idea is my release, even if I do impact this ball with a bent back elbow, which if you guys have seen the Pro Speed Baseball model swing, there is bend in this back elbow at impact, just like in all the big league swings that you see. But the difference is it's on the way to releasing. It's not hitting the ball with the back elbow and then spinning and then releasing. We want to release through impact. We don't want to hit in the strong position, and by this time the swing's already over here because the swing happens in half a second, and then we don't actually release our speed until way after impact. There's still, on camera, we'll still see some bend in the elbow most of the time, but we have to understand it's on the way to releasing the bat. So guys, if we simply change our impact positions, we can get the ball, you can hit the ball as far out in front of us, a little bit further away from us. Again, it's a little bit of a mind change for a lot of you guys out there that have been trying to keep the hands in tight and hit this ball with a bent back arm. But once you get a hang of it and you start letting that bat go, you're going to start getting the speed in the bat instead of your body, which means if we want to have high bat speed, we need to move the bat faster. And we're going to start getting that, what looks like effortless speed, even though there's a lot of effort. But again, all the speed's going to be in the bat where we want it, so we want to let it release. All right, guys, let's not get pigeonholed by things that, again, will make sense to you. You are in a strong position here, but we need to use that strength through impact. Now, a great way to start working on this is the forward tee extension drill from the Pro Speed Baseball hitting system. And I got a great bonus for you guys at home today. I'm going to play a preview of that all-access lesson at the end of this video that you can get instant access to by simply clicking on the iCard that's popping up in the top portion of your screen or in the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. These are all symptoms to improper sequencing in the swing and not getting the right amount of extension at the right time, or where we want to make contact with the ball in relationship to where we want to be extended after contact. And that's the key one. We do want to be extended after contact. Just before full release is when we're going to get maximum velocity on that object. So in a baseball swing, so if we go into contact and we make contact and then we have full release, then we're going to be maximizing our speed into the ball. So that all you have to do is set up the drill properly, make swings, and you're going to start syncing up your swing right away. And that's exactly what this drill is going to do. It's going to help us learn the proper motions to hit the ball correctly. So if I put a digital tee here where we'd want to make contact with the ball, ideally when we're practicing off the tee or we're hitting in the game, we're going to load stride here. You're going to see me get into contact here, and then if I'm still swinging out to this ball in front of me,